Oh,
Hello. Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is the Summertime Strength and Swings edition.
Last episode edition.
8-ish, plus or
8-ish.
minus one.
You know, it's been a long summer.
But it's been a great summer.
It has been.
And since week 1 in July, if you go back in the archives, we've been progressing from our two-handed swings to our single arm swings, our cleans, our presses, and today is the final commencement workout where we combine everything into an ultimate combo. But until then, let's get started with our body weight, and then we'll get out the bells.
Lauren's bells are over there. Mine are off to the side as well. But let's start with that barehanded warm-up with the head neck. Standing with your hands at your sides or even just gently placed behind your back. Shoulder blades lightly pinched together. Start with our extensions, meaning look up. But look up with the nose and try to keep your eyes on the horizon. And then keep looking on the horizon as you do your chin tuck. Repeat one more time, extension, and then flexion, down, and return to the middle of those two places, somewhere in the middle. Then ear to shoulder, our lateral flexion. The nose stays in the same place. We'll repeat that one more time each side, just for a light set of 2 here. Check in, make sure you breathe, and hopefully that's nice and easy. Let's do the same thing now through our rib cage. Hold on to that rotation, Lauren. That's a very good idea, but hold on to that. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. And first, let's do our forward flexion, that rib cage to hips. Now keep your shield and lift up and get tall, just like in your kettlebell swing. Then one more time, low effort flexion, followed by extension, and keep your shield. Then low effort as well, side bend. Return to the middle, repeat the side bend. And as you're bending side to side here, keep the rib cage over the hips. Avoid spilling out. Repeat that one last time, and then back to center. Let's add that rotation now, Lauren, starting with the head neck. So go hands across body, and with low effort, a rotation of the head. This case, I chose my left. Then I'll rotate through my torso, rotate the head back to center, and finish with the torso or rib cage. Alternate to the other side. Rotation the head neck. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Stable core. Head rotates. Body follows. And one last time. Head and shoulders with them squeezing together. Head center, shoulders. And final time. Rotation head. The shoulders next. And then return to middle. All parts. And shake and wiggle. One more thing for me from standing, and we'll throw it over to Lauren for the ground-based approach here to the warm-up. And me, it's more shoulders. Hands facing forward this time, and low effort shrug up. And keep the up shrug, but try to touch the floor. So it's isometric, creating high tension through those elbows and triceps, and low effort off.
Low effort today.
Then reach to the floor, anchor down.
Anchor.
Stay low, but shrug up. Create high tension again, squeeze your butt cheeks, brace your core, and maintain your breath, and relax. Hands out front, palms up or down, and spread the shoulder blades reaching apart. Then stay there, but try to pull together, energizing those armpits. That'll happen and show up in our press, and then relax. Now low effort squeeze together. Yes, that low effort right now, but now try to touch the camera or screen in front of you, but let those shoulder blade muscles, those rhomboids win. Just like in your kettlebell swing, and return down. One gentle biceps curl here. Either open hands or make nice fists, or just pump those guns, Lauren. Shrug your shoulders, and for the rest of today's practice, commit to never shrugging your shoulders and pull them down instead. And with very easy effort, towards your overhead, in line with those ears. Elevate those shoulders just once more, and throughout today, we will not elevate those shoulders, and instead visualize success. Pull down, think of the press, or maybe your chin up later in your practice, and then easy extend. Check in with the body weight, continuing with Lauren, and then those bells are coming up real soon.
Coming up next. Until then, we will be doing some get-ups today. Surprise, surprise. Let's warm up our lunge. Actually, let's spice this up a little bit. Before we warm up our lunge, our feet are together underneath us. We're going to do the 3 positions of our movement clock with a little addition. All you need to know is you're going to take a leg off the floor, flick, point, toe ball, heel land, Front legs landing at about noon. You're bending your front knee. Keep that back heel heavy. Pull yourself forward. Feel the scissor together. Now stay here and try to peel the heel up off the floor into that demi-point, to that point position. Push some weight into those toes. And now to get back, you're going to push off the toes, straight leg back underneath. Same routine, second leg. Knee front, point, toe ball heel land noon on the clock. Pull yourself forward, bending that front shin, keeping your back heel heavy, hips square. Pull the heel off the floor. Find stability, push down, push forward to go back. 2 more times, knee front. This time the knee opens up to 10 or 2 as we point and toe ball heel land. Again, pull on that front leg to drift forward, come up to the ball of that foot, push some weight down, feel those adductors, and then flick back underneath. Last couple. Knee to the side, 10 or 2, point, toe ball heel land. Pull yourself over, hips stay extended. Flex to that demi-point position, and then push back to center. Last 2, knee front, knee side, so 9 or 3 o'clock, point, stay square forward with hips and shoulders. Pull yourself over, find that rise, feel that push as you press yourself back. And last one, knee front, knee side, point, toe ball heel, pull across. Find that pull onto that demi-point position, and then use those toes, balls of feet to return underneath. Now, we'll come back into that lunge position. 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. Let's pull ourselves down. Look, we've already warmed up that back foot with that position as we pull ourselves into our low lunge. Next, let's do 1 drift forward, keeping the back hip extended. Gently drift knee towards over toe. Keep squeezing and extending your back hip. Push forward to go back to tall. Heel toe the leg open to the side in our windmill position. Again, drift to the side. You're pulling that leg in to send yourself over. And then as you go back, remain extended in that back hip. Next, take that arm across the chest. 1 head rotation to that leg. 1 upper body rotation. Hinge on the hips as you will for your get up. Place your hand on the floor. Stack your shoulders. You will not do this in your get up, but head and shoulders will rotate towards the floor. Keep the knee to the side. Get some rotation through that spine. And then head will open up. Shoulders will open up. Hand will press away. Both will return to center. Heel toe that foot together. Push down into the floor with that cheek. Extend the back hip and keep it extended as you step together. Let's repeat other side. On our way back, pull yourself down with that scissor position. Then drift forward, knee over toe, back hip stays extended, push into the floor to come back to tall. Heel toe the leg open to the side. Stay square to the front of the room. Again, pull on that side leg as you drift over, and then press yourself back. Arm of side leg across your chest, head rotates, upper body rotates, hip hinge, hand finds floor, stack shoulders. Head looks at hand on the floor, shoulders look at hand on the floor. Keep that knee to the side. Head opens up, body opens up. Hand pushes floor away, head and shoulders to center. Heel toe that foot. Let's press down to go up. Great, but there's one more thing I really like to warm up before we do our get-ups. So we have to come back to the floor, but let's use our hinge. Hip hinge, chip chop on those hips. Tip yourself forward, feel the weight through those hamstrings. You'll be exploring this position in many repetitions of our swings later today, but until then, come down to your hands, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Quick wrists, shoulders out of your ears, elbow pits forward. Feel all 10 fingers really gripping the floor. Try to straighten out those elbows as best as you can. Can you drift yourself forward into some wrist extension? And then use your fingers to press yourself back. Feel those forearms. One more time, drift forward. Oh yeah. Then use your fingers to press back, flicking the floor away. And last wrist, we'll do a full 180 turn. Fingers will come down, then palms. And again, this time it's the opposite. Well, still shoulders down, but we'll sit back here, getting that extension. Again, pushing all 10 fingers into the floor, rock forward a little bit, add a slight bend to the elbows as allowed, keeping the palms heavy for now. And then we'll gently peel those hands away. Should we stay lying, stay down?
Sounds good.
And,
Get up.
oh yeah, okay, get up.
Oh, yeah.
Great, it's time to do some get-ups. That's what it says. So I'm gonna grab a bell. You pick the bell of your choice.
Got one.
We are starting probably with a fairly heavy bell, I'd say. So that's what we're gonna start with today. But you choose. Maybe it's a body weight get up. Maybe
Just one
it's
each side, right?
Just one each side. Maybe it's a medium weight get up. Whatever you choose, let's come down to our cuddle position, and then in between we'll be warming up our other activities. From the cuddle position, with or without a belt, return to your back and press that bell. 2 hands on, then set that arm up, hip drive, pull to the elbow. Find your hand. It's a bridge and a sweep. Hand leaves floor, we're in that windmill position and we square up our lunge. Push, extend the hips, and control that pattern. Back down to the floor, stacking underneath the bell. Pressing away from your elbow to your back, pulling the bell down and cuddling it. Woo! To the floor. How'd that feel, Ian?
Ready to rock with it for the second side.
Great.
And like Lauren says, it starts with that cuddle. Nice firm grip on the kettlebell. 2 hands, the roll, the press. Anchor heavy, drive the hip. Tall sit is next. We bridge and sweep the leg. Press the floor away. Square up the lunge. Find the tall stand. And repeat, pulling ourselves down. Windmill. Hinge and stack. Sweep. Find the elbow. And with control, like a plank, to the ground. Very specific ways to do our get up. And just one little rule, no hands, if you can, on the way up. So that's our get up.
That's
We're
our get up.
warming up our kettlebell swings here as well, including the clean next. Let's just start right away with that 1 arm swing. So Lauren has that bell that she'll be ready to swing here. And join Lauren for 5 repetitions of a 1 arm swing, or just listen to me and then we'll do it in just a second. I go, you go, or in this case, Lauren goes and I go. Continuous swings for 5 repetitions here. Hallmarks are heavy feet, squeeze glutes, firm grips on that kettlebell, and those retracted shoulders from the warm-up. After 5, park it, clear some area, and we'll do it again together here. We're good, we're good, we're good. That's even
right,
better,
now
probably.
we're even better.
So
5 single arm swings for Team Ian here. You're breaking with me, you're going with Ian, pick one of us. Retracted shoulder, hips drive that bell through, and make sure we're loaded in that swing, or hinge on every swing.
That's it. The kettlebell is above the knees and below the buttocks when it's out back, and we're aiming for that chest height or similar out front. If we can't get it there with integrity, decrease your bell or just decrease your reps maybe as well.
As you're going here, notice are your feet heavy on the floor, all 10 toes rooted and grippy. Shins remain vertical. Hips come back into that hinge. Hips drive that bell through. We're not lifting the bell, we're swinging.
Swinging. So that's our 1 arm swing. We'll progress that with our clean coming up, and always feel free to regress to either 2-handed swings or dead stop cleans. Work against your best.
We're going back to the get up.
Whatever.
I don't know what was happening. From our get up position, we'll do 1 more each side. Don't let that fool you. There's probably 1 more after that. Cuddle, roll, press. Here we go. Nice smooth moves. Elbow, hand, bridge sweep, hand, lunge. Keep those hips extended and stay up stacked on top of your hips. Rotate, hinge, sweep, elbow, press away, press away, press away, and then control the down. Whew. Excellent. I was training somebody the other day and they said they have a dance background and they said, oh, I just want to make this so much more flowy and smooth. They were also just learning it. And I said, to me, the get up is like a dance. And the kettlebell's like your partner. So dance around that bell.
But make distinct steps, I think, as well. So we cuddle it, check. We roll and press. Drive the hip and have a slight
Distinctly
pause.
smooth.
Tall sit with a slight pause. We bridge, windmill, the lunge and the tall stand, and then reverse. It's the lunge, the windmill, the hinge on the hip and the sweep of the leg. Find the elbow, and then to your back. 2 hands down. Can you recall your last way to get up? If so, switch sides or choose a different pattern, and we're back up. So Lauren went first last time, so I'll go first this time. It's
Cleans.
cleans.
All right, we're gonna go right into continuous cleans. Let's do 5 in a row just to really get it fired up. As we've been practicing with our cleans, it's a swing that ends in that rack position. Our hips go back, our hips still come through. Still think about going forward with your hips, not always up. Sometimes when we come up, we get that knee bend to the front versus,
Through.
hips coming through.
Hips coming through, that's right. The 2 appropriate hands for the place of the off hand could be out at the side or somewhere out in front. Keep it coming with you on that hike when the kettlebell goes behind you, and most importantly, and the nice soft park.
As
One
well,
side and the other.
with that clean, we're also thinking that light grip. So we're driving our hand through the bell, keeping our grip nice and light. Obviously, you have a firm grip not to drop the bell, but as we drive it through, we're punching the ceiling in order to get the bell in that rack position. Lastly, making sure in that rack position we have a nice vertical forearm and we're not breaking our wrist either way.
Obviously, there's a lot to remember according to Lauren's rules, and I believe that too. So make sure you can focus on one thing at a time. Start with the basics and the one-arm swing, and then do up that coat and keep the kettlebell super tight to the body, and then enjoy the park. We'll clear our space one more time. We'll be doing one more set of get-ups, and then one more set of warm-ups, being our squat. So clear the area, take care, and let's go through it. Kettlebell cuddle to start. So cuddle, roll, and press. Knuckles to the ceiling will be my thought this time. We'll drive the hip. Tall sit. Bridge. Sweep. Windmill. Hoop. Tall stand. And then come down with control. Open. Hinge. Sweep that leg. Tall sit to elbow. And control. 2 hands on. Return. And one last time for the warm-up here. Probably more than a warm-up, but just a nice pace that we can keep going at. We hope that you're keeping going just with us here.
Second side, cuddle, roll, press to the elbow, to the hand, bridge and sweep, pressing the floor away, lunging up to tall, and then controlling that back down. Staying underneath the bell as we go, stacking the shoulders before the sweep, and always pushing away from the elbow, controlling the bell to the floor via the cuddle. One more time, up with no hands.
No hands.
And this time, as mentioned before, we'll be warming up our squat. Now last week, we did our squats in that goblet position, so the 2-handed up front. This week, because we're doing our combos today, we'll be squatting in that rack position. So 1 clean to get the bell to the rack, and then let's keep the number to 3 squats. In this squat, your squat stance, trying to break parallel, which means getting your butt below the knees, only as allowed, toes heavy on the floor, and most importantly, elbow on the inside.
That's right. I'm not sure where Lauren puts her offhand, but I know I like mine out front, and Lauren has hers just out to the side as well. A double rack position could be allowed as well, but use that offhand to create that tension, just like in our press. That was a very quick 3, which means it's our turn to do that one more time.
So 1 clean the bell to get, let's start that again. 1 clean to get the bell to the rack position, followed by 3 squats. Your hinge position is probably slightly different than your squat. So after you clean the bell, feel free to adjust your feet into your favorite squat stance.
There we go. So it's that clean, and you might have seen there, Lauren moved her feet. What is your squat stance? Personalize it based on the day, or yours compared to your training partner. Different leg heights, different hip stretchabilities. we'll change that. So take your time, familiarize with your unique squat. Before we get to the combo's coming up, let's work on one strong pressing drill. I have my heavy kettlebell here, as does Lauren, and we'll just be looking for nice single repetitions of a single press, kettlebell press, both left and right sides, a little bit of a squat exercise in the middle, and then it's combo time. Anything else to add before we press?
If you don't have a heavy bell, use your regular bell.
You're right. And
Just get used to that weight because we
be slow.
will be pressing in that combo. Whew. So when I'm pressing heavy, I put my serious game face on.
Serious as on.
I'm stepped over my bell. I'm going to cheek clean it to the rack, and then it's a big press.
Okay.
Might be loud breathing. I dare you to breathe with me. Here we go. And park.
Ooh.
We'll shake it out.
Little shake.
That wasn't too bad.
No, I was pretty happy with that. I'm glad I chose 1 as my number though, but I am looking forward to seeing that on my non-dominant side here.
Same thing. Take your time in the setup. Very important when you're doing a heavy press. When you're ready, game face is on. Hip hinge. And park. Boom.
Whew.
Oh.
One of our favorite users always says, thanks for the great class, except those pistol squat, single leg squat variations. So to do a little bit of your favorite and a little bit of those things that
That's
you
your
might
initial,
struggle at. You got it.
That doesn't mean anything else.
Let's come back. Let's come back to our low flamingo stance. Set up a quick balance, either that karate foot or the ballet, but fine tension. Then we'll do our knee over toe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're creating some tension here. Then just push that hip all the way through. We're doing lots of squats later today, so let's just do one more repetition here. Aim for control and create tension in that place where you couldn't necessarily go deeper today, but adding tension to that might make that available the next time. The shake, the wiggle, the sweat off the brow or nose, and repeat. Find your single leg squat depth. We have a slight tailbone cow tip and our push, nice lower, nice depth, push that hip through. But create tension again at that place where you might be struggling with your balance a little bit. Come home safe, nice and tall. Finish like it was easy. And we'll do that at least one more time today.
Oh, like right now? Are we pressing
Like
heavy
right now,
again?
yeah,
Okay.
one more time.
Okay, one more time with that heavy press. Game face.
How many, Lauren?
Well, I'm debating doing 2.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so with heavy, medium, light, whatever bell you got, let's get under that weight. Game face, hip hinge, inhale to pull to rack, and then park that bell. But breathing is a very integral part of the press. So it might sound funny, and in my classes, I like to yell louder than my participants so they don't feel like they're making silly sounds. Inhale, and then use that hop, and then pull it back down. Keep that belly full of air so you're pressing off a strong position versus deflated balloon.
Strong
Here we
positions.
go. 2 again.
A little harder on that side.
Park. I'm gonna place that bell off to the side.
Yeah, we're done with those ones, right?
Done with that slightly heavier bell. We'll do one more round of those single legs, and then it's combo number 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so let's start in that low flamingo stance.
Could be a song.
And just do the same thing again, except open up the knee to the side. So you have a little triangle between your standing leg and elevated out to the side there. Same idea though, just spend time. And as Lauren's cued already in the squat, reach that lateral facing leg to the back wall and push the hip through. Might get your butt cheeks going. Repeat one more time. Low squat, create tension, ballet foot or karate down low, reach the knees out the back, push the hip through, close the knee front, finish tall with a shake. 2 quick reps on the other side. Find the balance, maybe use your outrigger if you need, and then you got it, Lauren, that knee to the side. Keep the hips forward along with the chest, but try to reach that leg to the back wall and press the hip through. Same cues will be for the squat. Take your time. Come on down, open the back leg out to the side and push. close, finish, tall. We've talked an awful lot about it, Lauren. What is that combo today?
Well, today is our final week, as mentioned before, in this little series, and we'll be progressing into some very exciting things next week. But we've been working on our combo, which is going to be today 1 clean, 1 squat, 1 press, and then park. I'm going to go, then Ian's going to go. I'm going to go, then Ian's going to go. Pick whose team you're on. And we will be resting during the opposing team. We'll start with singles, and we hope to work up to 3, and let's see where that goes.
Ooh.
Let's start with number 1.
Okay.
Behind your bell.
So that order again will be clean,
Oh.
squat, and press.
Sorry, I wanted to say one thing. A squat and a press are 2 different actions. It's not in this thrusting push press business.
Yeah.
Squat, then press.
Nice. So it's distinct phase. It is a little bit like that dance, but 1 step before the next. So that is a clean. Adjust your stance as you need, and that's the squat with full knees locked out. 1 big press, pull to the rack, and return to the floor. Check, check. So Team Lauren, that's a big win for you. How'd it go? Drop a weight if that was a little challenge, and if not, join me.
Don't
Here we
actually
go.
drop it. Just get a lighter bell. All right, Team Ian, first side, 1 clean, 1 squat, and feel free to adjust those feet to that 1 press. I squat a little wider than I hinge, and I press a little narrower than I squat.
Right. Making those movements of adjusting your feet,
Whoops.
not there we go. A squat and a press. Just make sure the kettlebell is set in the rack position as you move your feet versus moving your feet while it's moving away.
I was ready to do my press right away. That's why I stepped. So 1 clean, 1 squat with that elbow in tight, just as we practiced earlier, and then 1 press with those feet rooted. Now, as we add on a rep, it will be clean, clean, squat, squat, press, press.
2s of everything. So a clean, doing up that coat or a kettlebell swing in a narrow alleyway, keep it tight to the body. The squats, we have that elbow in tight, vertical forearm. And if you need to, change those stances now, and we're looking for 2 presses. Find that power in the breath, and return to the floor like you could do it again, because it's coming up again. But here we go for 2.
Choose. We're resting, shaking it out in between. We have that tension. We have that bit of relaxation. Team Ian's finishing up his squats here, and then 2 presses. When we press, we have full body tension. It comes from our cheeks. It comes from our full core, not just from our shoulders.
But the floor, maybe, find the grip, with those toes on the floor. It's 2 on the opposite side. So a clean, followed by a clean, a squat, you got it, followed by that another squat, and then 2 overhead presses. Fists of fury, firm grips on the kettlebell, and tight abs. So we have something strong to push up against. No soft, cushy balloon abs here. Find those rigid core muscles.
Strong like a shield. Here we go. 2s. It's a clean. Punch through that bell. It's a clean. Elbow in tight. Remember on a squat, you're pulling yourself down. You're not just flopping. Root your feet when you press. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Brace your abs and try to remember that breathing technique. Place the bell down, always with control. And then stand up and take a little break.
Right.
We've done 2.
2s.
We're at number 3 now.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
So it'll be a clean, clean, clean. Up the body, hike pass, zip up the body, and brace those abs for the impact so that we don't blow up, and instead we're able to handle that power at the top. After your 3 squats, we're going 3 presses next. With me, be loose, shake it out. With Lauren, practice those high tension moments. That's 3. Hiya. There we go. And then return to the floor. Team us, let's do it. 3, 3, 3.
All right, Team Ian. 3 cleans. What's interesting about this drill is each new combo, you just spend that much more time underneath that kettlebell and underneath that load. And that 1 more rep takes a lot more work. So take your time. If 3's not for you, you can always drop back a rep. 1 or 2 more presses here. I was chit-chatting, but finish strong. Park with control.
There we go.
Second side.
Focus on your parks, but if you're looking at me, I sometimes do put 2 hands on at the very end of that. Make sure that load is secure, finish with integrity, do what you gotta do to maintain that control and strength. That's 3 quick cleans for Lauren. This is 3 quick squats. How are you doing? Then it's time for those 3 presses. Screw your feet into the floor. Squeeze your butt cheeks and the power breath to overhead. Return to the rack and then the floor. And then those rests are coming around quick. Let's do it again.
Number 3 here. 3 cleans. Hips still drive through. That strong exhale as your hips come through, just like you swing. And then on that squat, use that hop at the bottom to get you out of that bottom position. Push down and out on the floor. The press, adjust your stance, and now it's the opposite. Pushing down to press that bell overhead. William. And then park the bell. I just had a genius idea.
Uh-oh, genius ideas. What is it?
Well, we're gonna do it all again.
1, 2, 3.
1,
Love
2,
it.
3.
Love it. Little ladder. It's 1, 2, 3, followed by 1, 2, 3.
We just jumped off the top.
Ladders, waves, pyramids. We do it all, but today in this culminating workout, we choose a ladder. So it's 1 squat, 1 clean first, then a press, and then return to the floor. I do look forward for those ones, and hopefully for you too. It feels very confident and not easy, but very doable.
Team Ian here is doing his single round. When you're in between trying to recover, let's put those lips together. Open the nostrils and breathe in and out the nose.
Woo. More rules. Yes. Rules to, again, enhance your strength and prioritize your recovery. Closing the mouth will make breathing a little bit more challenging as you recover, but it also gives you that confidence that this too will be okay.
All right, second side, Team Ian, singles. Bottom of this ladder. 1 of each feels like nothing compared to 3s. Don't be afraid to keep it singles as you'd like throughout the next 2 rounds. But if you're ready, let's do 2s.
Let's do it. So it's clean, clean. Hike pass to the rack. Back to the hike in the rack. Perhaps adjust your feet. Personalize your stance for 2 repetitions of your squat. Slow down your breath if you're resting. Match your breath with your output like a yeah on that press. Return to the rack. Comes around quick like we said. 2s for us. Let's go.
In between, staying loose. Relax the grip. Breathe in and out the nose. Take your time. Breathe as you need to. And Team Ian for 2 presses here. First side, round 2s.
Nice.
Park. Second side, 2 in a row.
The volume is accumulating here, but also I'm feeling very powerful with my moves. We hope that you feel the same. We'll let Lauren explain if she feels the same after her set. Because that's 2 cleans, 2 squats, and now it's time for the press. Non-dominant side. Couldn't tell you which one is dominant, Lauren. Looking amazing on both.
All right, finishing up around here. 2 here for Team Ian. Thinking about round 3. It's gonna be good. Throughout your kettlebell practice, yes, you get a little tired. But by set number, whatever, your last set, you should still feel like you have the strength to do 1 more set if I really made you. So this is our last set for real, I won't lie.
Amazing.
But always end like you could do more. So if 3 is gonna take all the gas out of the tank, maybe drop it back to 2.
You got it.
Here we go.
That being said, we're aiming for 3. It's 3 cleans. It's a firm grip in that hike pass and a punch through kind of grip to get it to the rack. And a firm grip with the shoulder blade packed while we're in this squatting exercise. For 3, adjust your stance if you need, and then it's 3 presses overhead. The firm grip helps, the packed shoulder definitely helps, and fire up those glutes and abs for stability. 3 comes around like it does when you're with Lauren, it just keeps coming, and here we go.
All right, Team Ian. The rest of us are taking that break. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, shake out your ankles, shake out your hips, stay loose in between. Try to slow that breath down or regain control Doesn't necessarily have to be resting breath, but just calm it down. We have one more side, one more set of 3 here as Team Ian finishes up. Last
right.
round.
Last one. What is your intention this set? We've thrown a whole bunch of information at you today. Prioritize one skill on each movement. Tight to the body is always a good one. Controlling the breathing could be another. This is our last set of squats, Lauren, and last set of 3 presses. Yep, awesome. Keeping those legs strict or stiff, so this is our strict military press. For this drill, avoid that push press. Stay strong, and here we go, one last time.
Team Ian's finishing up this last set. Helps me stay loose. Thinking, if I made you do one more round of singles, could you? Yes, great answer. No, but I did all that. Great, keep working on it. One more time here. You're not holding back anything either though, right? No holding back. Whew. But also saving some for later.
Excellent.
If you could do both. Let's do a little breathing drill here.
Okay.
Mouth closed. Nose open. Take a nice inhale and then force the exhale. Do it again. Inhale and then force the exhale. Inhale again. In. This time hold your breath full for 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold empty for 4, 3, 2. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Hold empty for 4. Again, in for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Empty for 4. One more time. In. Hold. In more. Exhale. Hold empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Just a nice way to control the breath, gain it back instead of Sometimes you feel like that, but try to slow it down.
You got it.
Excellent. How you
This
feel?
has been, I feel great. This is a summertime workout where we learned our swings, one-arm swings, cleans, and presses, and of course those get-ups. In September, being next week, we look forward to starting a new semester where we will specialize in progressions off the one-arm swing, blending with a kettlebell overhead, named our kettlebell snatch. So stay tuned for more get-ups, presses, squats, swings, but specializations working towards the kettlebell snatch. Next week, stay tuned.
Until then, we have Thursday night bar class where we'll work on that hip mobility and have a new exciting idea coming for you from bar on Thursday night. So you should just tune into that. I won't give it away here. Saturday, play with your body weight strength, half an hour, get a coffee, move around, feel so great.
Good morning.
And enjoy the rest of your weekend. But until then, you should check out our Patreon page, check out our website, barsandbells.com. And until next time, take care. Stay strong. And let's train again soon.
Let's do it. Have
Goodbye.
a great long weekend to those in Canada, and see you in September.
Does nobody else have a long weekend?
Don't know.